what we actually saw with the forward rate component, and this is where I think Dan is 100% possibly correct, right? If this moves significantly in the opposite direction, then I maybe end up being wrong. But like this rate actually began telling you about the inflationary conditions very early on, right? Look at this. I mean, this is, March of 21. In May of 20, I was telling people, look, we're going to have inflationary conditions created because of what's currently underway. We all talk about oil prices impact on inflation. Remember, oil or gasoline, more accurately, is 6% of CPI. How do we get the outsized contributions? Well, it went up 300%. Right? Does anyone actually really think we're looking at $10 gasoline next year? No, we know we aren't, because everybody's bankrupt under those conditions. Right? Nobody can actually afford to drive to work with $10 gasoline. Right? So we restructure our society around that. That's a very painful process. We call it a recession. If I look at that forward rate dynamic, Dan, like it's exactly what you're saying. It's 3.5.
Yeah, I think that's my concern, that especially in the context of not issuing duration, when we have huge deficits. I know they may come in a little bit in the back half of the year with some additional taxes, but we have giant deficits and we're not issuing duration, and it's still seemingly too high of a rate. I understand the short term becoming the long term bond math, absolutely,
Yep.
but the longer end is a concern. So I'll hop back.
As you know, in terms of my positioning, like that's probably my view. I think the twos are really attractive. It is entirely plausible. And again, this goes back to my sympathy to Kuppy's argument. I don't think he's correct, but it's possible he's correct. That the response to this is a meaningful degradation of the US's fiscal capacity.